it is clear that our current leaders do not intend to build a continental government by the year 2020 as they promised. Thus, we must conclude that the leaders lack the needed knowledge, commitment, or perhaps the guts needed to build it. My mommy and daddy told me that my plan was first talked about years ago in the OAU. Given the fundamental soundness of this plan, I can only assume one of the following about today's leadership. 1. The leaders must be unaware of the plan. Or 2. The leaders must be incompetent, and therefore unable to carry out the plan. Or 3. They are against the people even though they claim to be for the masses of African people. For the sake of this discussion, I'll assume that the leaders do not understand the importance of tracking and planning functions. Let me explain a bit. Creating these kinds of things consists of several different functions, each with a certain time duration, and performed in a particular sequence. The labor, services and materials, all must be paid for. These are planning functions. Inevitably, plans will have to be augmented, or altered, in response to production realities. This has to be recorded as a modification in the plan. This is called tracking. Tracking is a constant in any production process. This method allows us to measure our performance over time. Did we meet our stated milestones, stay on budget, and things like that? Now here's the rub. Nothing has been done to move us off the mark. Absolutely nothing. No common defense, no common diplomacy, no common currency. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And we had hoped to celebrate the climax of the African Women's Decade with the birth of the new government. Alas, it is obvious the current leaders are not going to do what has to be done. So, we, the generation of the future, are forced to take matters in our own hands. And we certainly will. Oh, and remember my two personal projects. Our capital city, Lumumba City, in the heart of the Congo. And the 21st century network rail system that radiates like the sun from Africa's core. So my sisters, during our decade, build African unity. And in 2020 we will give birth to our nation.